Hi friends, it's Ranger Mike from Huntington Beach State Park, and today we're down at Oyster Landing at the Oyster Shell Recycling Center. So why is it important to recycle oyster shells? Well, believe it or not, it's one of the most important things you can do to help protect salt marsh ecosystems. So here at the park, we work a lot with our partners at the Department of Natural Resources, especially the SCORE program, South Carolina Oyster Restoration and Enhancement. One of the things they do is they manage these recycling drop-offs. So once you have enjoyed an oyster roast at your house, you can take the shells, minus any trash, bring them down here, put them in this bin down on Oyster Landing Road. They will then be collected by the Department of Natural Resources. They age the shells on land for 6 months or more. And that's because some of the oysters you buy come from other parts of the country. We don't want to risk introducing any exotic pests into our South Carolina waters. The finished product of those recycled oyster shells is this. This is an MWR, a manufactured wire reef module. These particular ones were put together by one of our local high schools, had some volunteers to come out and build these. The SCORE program actually hosts a number of volunteer opportunities up and down the coast if you would like to help participate. These will actually go out in the marsh during when it's a little bit warmer. The oysters generally spawn in the warmer months, so we want to have them out there ready to go when the oysters are ready to do that. One of the things we do want to emphasize, please do not steal these oyster shells. They are not here for household projects or crafts. They really desperately need to go back out into the salt marsh to produce the next generation of oysters. Oysters are important for lots of things beyond just eating. Yes, they are delicious, but each one of those oysters is also filtering many gallons of seawater a day. And what are they filtering out of the water? Phytoplankton, little single-celled algae, but they're also filtering out a ton of bacteria. So that does mean two things. If you enjoy eating oysters raw in the half shell, they really have to have that little warning sign saying you probably should be eating these cooked, because if it came from polluted water, it has actively been pulling the bacteria out of the water. If you're eating it raw in the half shell, that could make you very sick. But the other thing that means, whenever you go to the beach and you enjoy playing in the surf at the ocean along a South Carolina beach, and you can almost always safely do that. You know why? Because the oysters have been filtering the bacteria out of the water. So friends, just remember, if you're enjoying an oyster roast at home this fall or winter, please, please, please make sure you get those shells to an oyster shell recycling center.